My name's Bronson, and this is my Conex home. I live up here in Alaska. So like I said, my name's Bronson, and I'm a seasonal worker up here in Alaska, and I sleep in a Conex. This is employee housing, and I work for a lodge called the Glacier Bear Lodge here in Yakutat, Alaska. And if you don't know where Yakutat is, it's a town, a really small town, in between Juneau and Anchorage that you can only access by either plane or boat. And the barge is shut down for the most part, so it's really only the planes that get people here. The barge comes in about once a month that brings food and kind of building supplies. So this is kind of a really small town, but the fishing is incredible. And that's what I'm doing here for about 6 months. I'm 4 months in, it's August, and I'll be done in about 2 months. But I'm here working at a fishing lodge called, like I said, the Glacier Bear Lodge, and in the meantime, they have me in a Conex home. Now, this thing is far from perfect, but it's kind of cool. Let me show you. So we'll start with the inside here, and we've got 2 rooms, thank goodness. We've got the living room and the bathroom. So, starting here in the living room, we've got a bed. Probably too big of a bed for the room it's in, but it's actually really comfortable, believe it or not. I used to live in a different part of housing for the lodge. I lived in their hotel area. It was a 2-story building, and it was very, very big compared to this. I kind of miss it. I miss the space, but honestly, this is nice because it's private. The other room I had to share with a person. So this is definitely kind of an upgrade and a downgrade at the same time, but I think I like it better overall because it's a little more private. But I get to cram all my stuff in here. Starting with this south wall, we've got my hiking backpack, fishing gear, and an ungodly amount of sweatshirts. Believe it or not, working at a fishing lodge where people fly in and fly out all the time, there's a lot of lost and found items, and I inherit a lot of stuff. Plus, I've just been given a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I brought a few sweatshirts up here, but I've inherited this one while I've been up here. I've inherited this one, this one. This I brought up, that I got here, that I got here, that I brought up, this I got here, this I got here, this I brought up, and that I brought up. So it's like, I got way too many sweatshirts now that I'll never use. But I got them here for now. Now, coming on this wall, we've got, of course, the door. We also got a little cupboard space over here. Kind of cool. It's got some clothes and garbage storage. Then we got this shelf. This bad boy I built myself. Definitely nothing crazy, but I needed an area where I could have a counter stop because I do a lot of video editing, as you can imagine, since I have a YouTube channel, and I also, need a place to set stuff to just be dirty. I mean, everybody needs that in one way or another. Just a junk area. There it is. That's my junk area. So this area, I have my computer on, kind of all my charging stuff, and it's clearly a mess, but it works. It's great. And then coming down here on the floor, I have got my suitcase with most of my clothes, kind of all my like pants, shorts, and socks, underwear, all that type of stuff. I got these pants drying out right now because I just threw them through the wash machine, but they need to dry a little more. Okay, and then coming up here, we've got just like more just freaking storage. I mean, this is a small space and I need all the storage I can get for anything, so I just got a bunch of garbage up here. I've got all my camera gear in this suitcase right here. I got some food and just other miscellaneous stuff. Mostly just garbage, nothing crazy, but yeah. Then under here, I've got some lighting. I'll get into that more later. Got some hats, and I needed decoration in this room because, believe it or not, it was kind of depressing in here before when I moved in because it was just empty. There wasn't really much at all. And so I was like, I need some decoration in here. And believe it or not, in this small town, the only way to get stuff here is through the post office. And luckily, Amazon ships through the post office and the postal service. So here we are. I was able to order up some sexy looking paintings for the wall. Now, it's not much, but I look at it and I just remember that there's a place out besides Alaska that is going to inspire me to work up here and make money. That way I can get home and keep traveling. But yeah. Got a nice little light, which was burnt out when I got in here, so I put a whole new light in, which isn't anything crazy, but yeah. All right. So that kind of sums it up for this room for now. Let's move into the bathroom. So the bathroom is a mess and a problem, and it's scary. But first I'll give you the tour and get into that in a minute. Okay, so basically looking back this way, we've got my shirt rack. Very nice, very nice. Out of the way. Got the garbage can down here. Close the door. Over here we got a window and a curtain. That way it's a little more private because people can see right in. I mean, let me show you outside a little bit. I'll show you more later on, but put this curtain back up there where there's some light in here. This is the lodging for people that come in to go fishing. So, like I said, the lodge I work at, we do fishing charters for, the river, the ocean. Some people even just go on glacier tours. Some people just stay at the lodge and go on their own adventures. So, it's kind of there's a lot of people in here. So, people can look out that window and just see me in here at night when I have the light on. I'm a bartender here at the lodge, amongst many other things, but mainly a bartender. So, I get out late at night and the lights on, people can see me. That's why I got the curtain. Anyways, I got a wonderful sink that was disgusting when I got in here. I've got a ton of storage up in here. Kind of free booze. Look at that. Just like the jackets that people leave, people also leave a whole bunch of liquor. Kind of cool. So, don't know if I'll ever drink it all, but I got a bunch of liquor people are giving me. A bunch of snacks, stuff like that. Come over here, I got another shelf I made. Just a quick and easy little shelf. That way I have room for some more storage. Of course, Amazon boxes full of stuff, packages, free soaps I've got. That's the thing. Everything up here is super expensive. Luckily, people also leave soap, so I've just grabbed some stuff when people leave it, just in case I need it. I got a heater. This is the only heat I've gotten here, believe it or not. It is actually working really good. I got it toasty right now. And I've got a fan in here to blow out all the stinky air when I'm all stinky, and this doesn't air out. But I'll get into it in a minute, but there's water in here. And I got a toilet. In the beginning when I moved in here, this toilet had a black film over the entire top. Luckily it's clean now. I'll show you a video of that. I took all that stuff out. This is the Conex. Ew. Mold all over. Okay, and then the shower, which was equally disgusting, which I've cleaned quite a bit. I still got a bunch of sand because I went swimming in the ocean yesterday, and the water pressure in here is absolute garbage, okay? Just let me show you. I have to take the shower head off. As you can see, I have the shower head off just so I actually can have pressurized water a little bit. Let me show you. That's all I got. That's nothing. That's all. And here in a second, watch this. That's all I get. Really? It freaking sucks. I get no water pressure in here whatsoever, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that's the part I've got over. The part that really drives me nuts is the water heater tank and just a little electric one they have installed in the other room for this Conex. This Conex is a 40-footer. They split it into 2 different rooms, and they put the water heater in the other one. Well, the other dude I live with, he gets hot water for about 5 minutes. I get hot water for like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I go do anything and I want to take a nice warm shower for like even 5 minutes. No, I get 1 minute and 30-second shower to wash everything, shave, and dude. And then after that, it gets freezing cold because it's kind of groundwater, and it's just, ugh. That's the worst part about this whole place is no hot water. My other room before in the hotel, guess what? That had hot water. I missed the hot water. So basically, when I first moved in here, it hadn't rained in about 2 weeks, which, if you don't know anything about Yakutat, which I assume you don't, this is a rainforest. This is the northernmost rainforest in the world. So that's kind of a cool thing about this area. But rain sucks, especially when you live in a room that isn't waterproof. So basically, I moved into this room after it hadn't rained for 2 weeks, and I was all excited. It was disgusting and dirty. I mean, I know it's dirty right now, but before, it was disgusting. The shower was disgusting, the sink was disgusting, cupboards were disgusting, the toilet was, it had mold growing across it, but it wasn't wet, and I didn't really think anything of it. So I moved in, and the next day after I moved all my stuff in, it rained hard for about a week, and water started leaking in from unknown places, and the floor got soaking wet. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me right now. I just moved all my stuff in, I can't move my stuff back out, and now stuff's getting wet. So I did some research, and I found out that this back window right here was leaking up right here. So completely soaked. Soaked. Mold. And it's just been dripping all down this. Watch this. We'll walk outside here in a second, but I could legit see water dripping in to my room from the outside through that windowsill. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It's dripping all down the walls, all through the insulation, and down into the flooring. And now the floor is still wet from this. And so I went crazy a little bit and went, I am fixing this. So I ripped all the walls out, and then when it dried out a little bit back there, I went outside when it stopped raining, and I started caulking and painting. And I just caulked and painted and caulked and painted. 3 layers of caulk around the whole windowsill where it was leaking, and then like 8 layers of paint on the windowsill. There was no water getting in there anymore, I decided. And guess what? I did a really good job. This window will not leak anymore. I promise you that. It was leaking up in here, and then dripping down, and all down through this. These walls have actually been off for like a month, and I just put them back on actually today. And yeah, it was the most wet thing ever, and it sucked. So you may be asking right now, Bronson, why would you live in a room that has water underneath the floorboards? The answer to that is, I have one other option, and it is garbage. So basically, it's either this room inside the Conex or inside the pole barn. And I'll pop up a video of this overlapping my audio right now. But basically, the other room is a closet. Have you ever seen Harry Potter and he lives under the staircase? Harry Potter has it better than that other room. Those are the pole barn rooms. There's 4 of them, and I think 3 of them are actually taken right now, but they are closets. It's like 7 by 7 with a light and maybe a window, and then they all share a bathroom. At least out here, guess what? I've got a bathroom to myself and a whole other space that's bigger than the other rooms altogether. So it may be wet in here, but guess what? At least I have room to store my stuff and take a shower when I want by myself. Even though I got that going on. So now that you've seen the inside, let's check out the outside, and I'll show you a little more about the place it was leaking. So coming outside, boop, 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 boop. Got the side of the Conex. We've got right here. As you can see, this is all painted black, and I've got an extreme amount of caulk around the whole outside. It was leaking off the top and soaking through this wood because it wasn't painted before, and then soaking through and dripping on the inside. Plus all the caulk was cracked and was leaking into the caulk in between the metal and the wood and soaking in. So yeah, this is a big mess. Now this don't leak because I did all this work to it. But yeah, now this is the outside, and see all these little ping. Let's see here, I got another one right here. Ping, ping, going up, tying the tarp down. That's because not only did the window leak that I knew of, the roof also leaks, unfortunately, and I do not know where. Somewhere on the roof, it has rusted through, and if you look back in there, see those water spots? It was leaking through the ceiling somewhere, I don't know where, down through the walls and into the flooring, because the ceiling had rusted out somewhere in just a little teeny spot, and I don't know where. And guess what? When it rains, the water piles up on top, and it just sits in the little rivets. I'll show you here in a second, and then it just dripped through somewhere, I don't know where. I searched, and I could not find it for the life of me. So, with that being said, I decided it was time to throw some tarps up on the roof. So I came over here. We'll hop up on, oh, look at all these I tied up too. Tied the tarp down. Okay. I've got tarps galore up here. I've got it all tied down. I'm pretty sure it's leaking from somewhere up here, so I put a lot of work into this. But as you can see, water's still pooling up on the other room. Not my problem. But that should have helped, right? I was thinking. Looks pretty good. Shouldn't leak any more water. I don't know where else it would leak. The roof should be covered. No water should be able to leak through that. The window should be covered. No water should be able to leak through that. And I know it doesn't because I tested it. Where does water leak? I don't know, because the floor, as you can see, is still wet. Guess what? I tore some of the flooring up. I dried it out. And it was all pretty much dry. And I was like, okay, within a week, it should be completely dry. It rained, got wet again. I do not know where water is coming from, but it is coming from somewhere, and it's going to drive me crazy. But at this point, I'm here for another month and a half. I'm probably just going to deal with it and hope that I don't get black mold on me. So when I was first tearing this wall off when the water was leaking in, I tore it off, and there was black mold everywhere behind there. I'll pop up a video right now of all the black mold everywhere. Ugh, still hard to to accept the fact that I'm living in black mold a little bit, but yeah, that's the truth. And I have strong, healthy lungs. I don't smoke, so shouldn't be too big of a problem, right? But yeah, tons of mold behind that. Don't worry, I scrubbed it, bleached it, killed it. That area, I'm sure there's more in all the other walls around here because friggin', oh, water. Water. Frick. It drives me nuts. So the other thing I did to this area was I added some lights. Look at these things. The other thing I ordered on Amazon for this place was some strip lighting. And it turned out freaking awesome. I'll turn the light off real quick. You can check it out. Sorry, my room's a mess still. You put one thing on the ground and it looks like a mess. If you had a big room, you could have one thing on the ground and it'd be like, no big deal. This room, it's different. Trust me. Okay. Oh, vibe? Yes, sir. That is a vibe. You know, despite this room being soaking wet and a little bit disgusting and poorly constructed and small, it's still a vibe. And uncomfortable. This bed is awesome. But, let's see here. What color should we do? Yellow. What? Vibe. We're vibe maxing right now. Green. Or blue or whatever the frick. Purple. Kind of cool. hit the slow changer. This is the vibe at night when I'm editing videos or listening to music or just trying to chill down after a day. Turn it on this where it just slowly changes colors. I fall asleep so fast. I actually really like this. And the best thing is, if I really want, we can do panic. Wait, this one. Woohoo! Party time, baby! Party time. White. Ta-da! So yeah, overall, here's my Conex home. Pretty, honestly, not horrible, but this is Alaska. Welcome to freaking Alaska, especially Yakutat. It's an interesting town. So yeah, I also painted the outside of this. This door just used to be just plain old wood, which was not ideal because the weather can hit it, and then I could see from in here into my room over here. Like I could legit see through this. So I took a whole bunch of caulk and I just caulked the crap out of it, and then I just painted it with like 13 layers of paint, and now you can't see in it, and I'm hoping this wood doesn't rust or rot through because that would be horrible. But yeah, overall actually it looks a lot better, believe it or not. I'm sure I have a video of me painting this. I made it look so much better, and I caulked it, and it's just safer for me to live in. Ugh. And might I mention there's a ton of bears in this area, so I don't know. So you see this door and this door right here, and how they can, well, they move. Clearly, they're doors. My plan is eventually, this place rains a lot, like I said. Luckily, there's no rain today. It's a really nice day, actually. My plan eventually is to put these doors straight, kind of like this. That way they're both sitting straight. And I want to build a platform that goes up above here, so I have a little porch out here. Because right now it just rains out here, and it's actually kind of nice having this tarp overhang, because my waders are up here. And I can leave my wet waders outside, but they'll still stay dry, kind of, because the tarp's protecting it. But I want to build a wood porch, or wood awning, I guess you could call it, up here. That way I can have this area all dry and kind of make it a little nicer. So I have boots galore out here. They're all waterproof boots, but I really don't have any room for them inside, especially when they're wet. Yeah, I want to be able to keep them dry and nice still. And I got my fishing poles out here. I don't really want to bring them inside. I got my waders. I just need a spot up here that I can keep stuff dry and have a little porch. Especially when it's raining, I want to sit out here and enjoy my day. So my plan eventually is to get an awning going. So maybe I'll make a video about that soon. Building an awning and getting that up there. But yeah, for now, there's my Conex home. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of what it's like living in Alaska in a shipping container. It's not ideal, but this is Alaska, so nothing is ideal. Yeah, and like I said, I live up here in Alaska. I work at a fishing lodge, so luckily I actually get to go on a lot of fishing adventures. That is really a great benefit of working up here and living up here. Mostly I came for the adventure and the money. Like, if those of you who don't know me, I own an Astrovan back home that I built out, and I've been traveling in it and trying to live that nomad traveling dream that so many people have. And actually it's worked out really great for me so far. But I had the opportunity to come up to Alaska and work at a fishing lodge that I've actually done graphic design for, and I figured, you know what, let's do it. So I came up here to make a bunch of money. I'll make a good amount of money for traveling when I get home, and also for the experience, because living in Alaska, how many people can say they've done that? Not many. And guess what, I'm doing it. So I've got to go on a bunch of adventures here. They've been really cool, just some beautiful things. So if you're interested in seeing a little more of Alaska rather than just my freaking house back here, make sure to check out my channel. I got a playlist right here. Go check out all the Alaska adventures that have happened already. I'm sure I'm going to have a few more to come in the future before I go home, but if you're interested in seeing Alaska, make sure to check out some of my other stuff. If you'd like to see some traveling adventures in my Astrovan that I built out all by myself, go check out some of my other videos. I travel all the time. That's my goal, is just to keep traveling and living and having new adventures. I've got some amazing stuff planned for the next 2 months when I get home. I'm really excited for it. I'm hoping it works out. Kind of just a test, maybe, but we'll see. I don't know. Probably doesn't make sense for you guys, but my brain does. So make sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. That way you can follow along with my future adventures, see more Alaska, see more, you know, cool stuff, because it's going to be cool. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and peace. And last but not least, make sure to go hit that subscribe button right here, or watch the next video, because the next video is going to be awesome. It's made by me, and YouTube thinks that you will like it a lot. So go watch it wherever it's at on the screen right now. Thanks. Adios.